All right, hello and welcome back, everybody. Welcome back to another episode of All Elite Again, the TEW9 series. I'm Hijo del Amigo. Welcome back, everybody. On today's episode, we are let's just get straight into it. We are 2 weeks away from Full Gear. We're in the final stretch on the road to Full Gear. So yeah, pretty much what that means is everything is gonna, well, pardon the pun, but everything's gonna kick into high gear in this episode. We're really gonna start solidifying some of the matches that are gonna be happening on this show. So yeah, should be exciting, should be fun. Another wacky, unpredictable episode of All Elite Again. All right, nothing here. All right, so we're just gonna, like I said, we're just gonna get right into it. We're just gonna advance to Wednesday, and yeah, we're just gonna start booking our shows. Hope everybody's doing well. If you're watching this, at the time of me recording this, streaming this, it is Sunday. Well, I forgot the actual date, but it is Sunday, and AEW Dynasty is gonna air on pay-per-view tonight. So I'm looking forward to that. It should be good. I'm really looking forward to the Young Bucks versus Takashita and Okada. That should be a really good match. Oh, Mickie James contract coming up. That's interesting. Let's see. Damn, she's pretty popular. I mean, she's pretty popular and she's got good stats. I mean, I keep signing a bunch of people without really having plans on what I'm going to do with them. But we are going to start Collision soon. So maybe we are in a period where it doesn't hurt to build up our roster a little. They got a 69 here. 68. Damn, Mickie James is pretty good. What would I do with Mickie James? Oh, and they do color commentary? Oh, but they're not that great. Okay. I mean, you know what? I was planning to be all business in this episode and not, mess around trying to sign people or doing any dev stuff. But I mean, hey, if Mickie James is available and she's pretty popular, we might throw her a contract. We'll do a 15,000 bonus. Okay, so we're already over their offer. We're under their signing bonus though. Oh, and they're giving her 10% bonus. What if we do up this? What if we up this just a bit to like 23.5? One of two. All right, I don't really like the sound of that. Let's see. What are they offering as a bonus? $20,400. What if we do $20,500? How about now? One of two. All right, it wasn't the signing bonus. God, I hate giving people like all these crazy bonuses per event because it seems like a lot of money. Like 10% of 23 whatever would be like what? About $2,000, All right, we'll do a 20% bonus. All right, nobody make fun of my rough math there. I'm not a mathematician. I'm a guy who streams. There's a reason I'm on here. All right, so random Mickie James contract offer out of the way. It's time for Dynamite. Oh, whoops. Did not mean to click that. We're 2 weeks out from the pay-per-view. We gotta start. We gotta figure out where we're gonna run the pay-per-view. Actually, I know I was actually looking off screen at the last couple pay-per-views. I know the last one we did was the Great Lakes, so we're not about to go back there. And I believe before that, the last two pay-per-view or the two pay-per-views before that, we ran both of them in the T-Mobile Arena in the Southeast for some reason, just accidentally. So yeah, we're definitely not gonna go back here. We were just in the Tri-State in October, but maybe we can run it there. You know what? Yeah, for tonight, let's go to the Mid-South. And yeah, maybe we'll do the pay-per-view in like either New England or the Tri-State. We're going to draw about 13,640 fans. All right, let's go to Dallas, North Texas. Or Texas, North Texas, Dallas, Fort Worth, Texas. Wow, what a name. All right, I believe we need some character ideas here, and then maybe we'll try to get some angle ideas. Oh, a near certainty. Wow, that's really good. Let's switch it up. Let's switch it up. Let's try for an angle. Big gamble. All right, we don't really want that. Let's go back to character ideas. Another big gamble. Okay. All right. Just give me another character idea. Whatever, man. A near certainty for Matt Jackson. All right. Well, we got one near certainty that we can use. That's fine. That's better than nothing. Dalton Castle for creative finish. Okay. Cash Wheeler character idea. All right. I'm curious about that. Is it, what if I shave? Training. All right. That's it. Let's just get straight into the show here. All right. Anyone who watched the CMLL stream yesterday or watched that episode on YouTube, I was a bit frazzled, a bit all over the place, I would say. My laptop literally died mid-stream, and it threw me off so hard for the rest of the stream, and I already didn't have a ton of plans going in. So yeah, the fear of that happening again has compelled me to make a bunch of meticulous plans for this episode. So yeah, we definitely know what we're doing tonight. Yeah, you see here I got promos. I got give Black Taurus and Flamita a win on Dark. Oh right, we need to use a character idea on Black Taurus. Yeah, in case you didn't watch the last episode, Santana and Ortiz were involved in a six-man match, and Santana got injured, which sucks because we were planning on doing a 5-on-5 of Latin Mafia at Full Gear. So yeah, basically I think we're just gonna try and we're gonna have Black Taurus and Flamita join the Latin Mafia, and we're just gonna slot Black Taurus in instead of Santana. But yeah, he's unimportant right now, although he does have some decent popularity. So yeah, that's why we needed a character idea. We're gonna try to get him back to recognizable by the pay-per-view. I mean, I think we can do it. He's already got. Oh wow, that only got him to Chile. All right, I might be overconfident. Oh, and literally none of these are general use. Okay, that's no fun. All right, you know what? Maybe we won't be able to get him back to recognizable. Damn. See, here's the thing. Flamita also has Chile momentum, but they're recognizable. Although I don't think they're as good as Black Taurus, if I'm being honest. I mean, they both have pretty good stats, though. Hold on. All right, you know what? I'm overthinking this. We're just gonna give Black Taurus and Flamita a match on Dark, and that'll be that. All right, but enough about Dark. All right, for this episode show, last time we had SCU lost a number one contenders match to FTR, but FTR cheated. So Maria, being the advocate, advocated for them and basically convinced Tony Khan that FTR should not be the number one contender since they cheated to beat SCU. So SCU is getting a non-title match against the tag team champs, the Young Bucks, in what is pretty much a title eliminator, where if they win, they will be the number one contenders again. And FTR is not happy about this. They're pissed. They're like, we beat those guys and they get to face the champions? What the hell? Let me see what I've got here on this card. I think this could be the Steel Show match. You know, the classic Young Bucks and versus the Addiction match. All right, and this might be surprising everyone, but we are going to have Frankie Kazarian get the win here. But it's not going to be a clean win, although we're not going to have SCU cheat. Here, we're going to... Alright, we're going to have Christopher Daniels. He is going to be distracted by Dax Harwood. And we're going to have, I don't know, what either one of the Young Bucks, Nick Jackson. Yeah. We're going to have Dax Harwood basically come out, cause a ruckus, and distract Christopher Daniels, which will in turn draw the referee to that side of the ring. And we're going to have Cash Wheeler on the opposite end of the ring, pull Nick Jackson off the apron and attack him. Maybe throw him into the barricade or something. So yeah, kind of a double interference kind of situation happening. And yeah, basically all that is going to end up with SCU getting a win over the tag champs in this non-title match. Actually, let me see who the... okay, Chris Hero's good. Alright, and we may open with that match, but we'll see. Alright, up next, the recently debuted Chris Hero. He's going to have his first ever singles match in the company. He's going to take on the Jim Ross affiliated Brian Cage. Kenta has been having, he's had some issues with Swerve Strickland in the past, and I would say even before that, he had some issues with Jim Ross's guys, with Brian Cage, Joe Doring, and Moose. But now Chris Hero's here, so we're gonna have Kenta in Hero's corner. Brian Cage has got Jim Ross and all his guys. Yeah, the the numbers they're not quite even, but they're closer to even than they were before. All right, and we're gonna have Chris Hero get the win here. Maybe this could be a wild ride. Yeah, screw it, actually. Let's make this the wild brawl. Alright, we're just gonna have Kenta and all the other people just be at ringside. Maybe at some point in the match they try to interfere, but Kenta kind of deters them or stops them somehow. Yeah, we'll just have him at ringside for the sake of our booking. All right. Up next, we've got a big 8-woman tag match. You guys know how much I love my 6, 8-person tag matches. Oh, my cat can't decide if he wants to sit on my lap or sit next to me. He keeps kind of going back and forth. All right, on the babyface side, we've got Sarah Del Rey and her friend Hannah Kimura teaming with Davina Rose and Mia Yim. All right, to take on the Stokely's Angels representatives, Penelope Ford and Dark Sheik, and the Odeyo Tai members, Kagetsu. And you know what? I wanted to do Konami here, and I think I've just got to get Konami on a handshake deal. I keep forgetting to borrow them from Stardom when I want to book them. But you know what? That's okay. We're just gonna do Rina Yamashita. Their bad chemistry shouldn't affect this match. So yeah, maybe we should try to. Have I not already done that? Actually, hold on. Hold on. Am I crazy? I might be crazy. Okay, no. I was like, is Konami secretly on the roster already? I could have sworn I already offered them a handshake deal at some point, but maybe I thought about doing it like off screen and ended up not doing it. I mean, this could be 12 minutes. All right, and since we're building up to a big pay-per-view title match, Sarah Ray is gonna get the win here over. Let's see, I'm gonna beat Dark Sheik, and of course we'll have everybody at ringside: Hazuki, Awesome Kong, and Stokely. But you know what? Actually, Awesome Kong and Stokely, they're not gonna be there. They're gonna be in a promo later, anyways. Okay, Sarah Del Rey can't agent her own match. All right, I've got a, let's book this angle first to then set up the match. I was kind of just doing the matches, but it'll make more sense if I do it this way. So we're gonna have an angle where Dragon Lee is backstage with Does Dragon Lee have any mic skills at all? Maybe. All right, so we're gonna have Dragon Lee backstage talking with Renee Paquette. And we're not even gonna do it in separate parts. We're just gonna have him be interrupted immediately by the Latin Mafia. So we're gonna get Andrade in there. And yeah, basically, well, last week the match was we did the Lucha Brothers and Wagner the Third taking on Santana and Ortiz and Garza Jr. And what we actually booked was that Latin Mafia was supposed to go over, but Santana suffered a collarbone injury. So on the fly, they decided to change the finish of the match and have the baby faces go over. So yeah, we're just gonna kind of roll with that and have it this week that he's pissed. Andrade is very mad that one of his guys, well, not only did one of his guys get injured, his team lost. So he's pissed, he's embarrassed, and no more Mr. Nice Guy, no more Mr. Nice Andrade. He's coming right after Dragon Lee at this point. He's like, all right, look here, you little shit. We've been telling you for weeks now that, you know your place. You know that you cannot escape us. It is your destiny to be a part of the Latin Mafia, whether you like it or not. And I'm tired of playing these games with you. So it's either you join us or we see to it that you're gone from AEW and maybe gone from wrestling as a whole. You know, basically threatening to kill him if he doesn't join them. And you know, basically the way the storyline's been going is that Dragon Lee's kind of afraid of Andrade and the Latin Mafia. We don't know why. There seems to be some kind of background lore implying that Dragon Lee maybe owes them some kind of debts or is somehow involved with them. You know, it's better to keep things like that vague sometimes. But yeah, basically he's gonna kind of grovel towards Andrade and be like, oh, like no, please, I can't, I'm not gonna do it. I can't go back. And just as it seems like Andrade is gonna fully snap, it's gonna be 2 minutes. All right, so just that when it seems like Andrade is going to snap and they're going to literally murder Dragon Lee, Eddie Kingston is going to show up and save the day. He's basically gonna show up and step in between Dragon Lee and Andrade and be like, "You're real tough, like, because you got this whole group with you, Andrade, huh? Well, you know what? Why don't you come see us in the ring? Why don't you come see us in the match? How about that? You know, I'm not intimidated by you. I'm not afraid of any of you guys. Why don't you come see us? Santana and Ortiz, you guys try to punk me out. Where's Santana, huh? You guys, you get in the ring, you can't hack it." So yeah, Eddie Kingston coming to the aid of Dragon Lee. I don't, probably doesn't even need an angle idea, but I'm just curious. All right, we have one near certainties. Oh, a safe bet and a lot of likely to succeed. Okay, I'll keep that in mind. All right, and with that backstage segment in mind, let's go ahead and book this match here. We're gonna have Eddie Kingston teaming with Dragon Lee for the first time ever. To take on the Latin Mafia representatives, Ortiz, who is not injured, and we're gonna do Garza Jr. All right, so you know Eddie Kingston basically telling them, you know, to man up and fight in the ring instead of trying to attack people backstage, and you know they're gonna take him up on that. They're gonna have this tag match, and unfortunately for them, I spoiled this earlier, but I think I spoiled it earlier. You know, I think we're gonna do this. We're gonna have Garza Jr. in Eddie Kingston. Should probably be storytelling. We're gonna do Tainted Win, and we're gonna do an outside interference finish. Eddie Kingston is going to be attacked by Black Taurus. And you see here we're gonna have Andrade at ringside, Humberto at ringside. Selena de la Renta is managing Garza, so she's at ringside. Yeah, they're not fucking around tonight. All right, so this is our storytelling match. The heels are going over. And then yeah, we actually have a post-match angle for this match. They're probably all these segments probably, or well, the post-match angle will be post-match, but the other angle will probably just be earlier in the show. All right, post-match angle. Can Dragon Lee do a little dramatic acting, maybe? Oh, he can. Maybe. Oh yeah, we're gonna have Lactose, Flamita. Oh, it's Demonic Flamita. Excuse me. Garza, Humberto. They're all gonna attack. Eddie Kingston. We're gonna have Ortiz. Kind of calling the shots, basically. Play calling the beatdown. You know, like telling them, all right, now you hit him. Now you hit him. Now you get him. And while this is happening, Andrade, all the while, is cutting a promo over it about how, you know, since he's come to AEW, since he's come to AEW, he has been so nice and so generous and so kind. You know, he's trying. All he's trying to do is unite his people and provide opportunities for his fellow Latin people and his fellow luchadors. But you know, he keeps being facing resistance from people like Dragon Lee and people like Eddie Kingston and the Lucha Brothers and Bandito, and he is sick of it at this point. You know, he tried to do things, he tried to be the nice way, but you know, people don't want the nice way, so now they're gonna get the Latin Mafia way. And just as it seems, as you know, things are gonna get super bleak for Eddie Kingston and Dragon Lee, we're gonna have, speaking of, we're gonna have the Lucha Brothers Ray Phoenix, Wagner Tercero, and Bandito all run out to make the save. There's so many people in this angle. My goodness. I mean, we're trying to set up a 5-on-5 tag match, like with high stakes on pay-per-view. Like, you know, this is the way it has to be. All right, we're gonna do another 2-minute segment. Eddie Kingston, you know, even though he was just on the receiving end of a beatdown, he's gonna get on the mic after, you know, Latin Mafia has been run off by all these guys, or at least they've been run out of the ring. He's gonna be like, you know, Latin Mafia, you guys talk a big game, but you guys are only tough when you guys have the advantage. But you know, from where I'm standing, I see there's us and there's you. So how about at the pay-per-view we do 5-on-5, 5-on-5, and yeah, the stipulation is gonna be like, if we beat you guys have to disband as a group. And Andrade, you know, he's gonna consider it for a second. He's gonna think about it, and then he's gonna say, okay, we accept your challenge, but if you guys get something for winning, then we should get something for winning. So how about we do it this way? If Latin Mafia wins, the losing member of your team has to join Latin Mafia. So yeah, it's battle for the custody of Dragon Lee. Oh yeah, well, the cybernetic goes on. So let's stop having Dragon Lee dramatic act in this part. He can just chill. Well, you know what? They all shouldn't be attackers in this part. There's a very involved angle for what is basically an undercard match, but as you know, it's my favorite undercard match, all right? Ray Phoenix. Also, I think it's funny to have Bandito run out there to make the save and kind of just put his arms up and look at Black Toast and Demonic Flamita and be like, "What the fuck, bros? What are you guys doing? I thought we were cool." Okay. A Kingston character development, Penta. We're also gonna have Penta. You know, Penta can promo, so we're also gonna have Penta speak basically. You know, maybe Eddie Kingston challenges them, and then Andrade responds, and then Penta takes the mic, and he does his usual like Cero Miedo thing to close out the promo. All right, you know what? I am gonna use an angle idea on this one because I don't know. I just feel like it. I feel like there's a lot going on in this angle idea, and I want it to be good. All right, yeah. So that is like almost half an hour, or not almost half an hour, 24 minutes of the show dedicated to this Latin Mafia feud. Oh, Garza is being used too much. All the women are slightly overused. All right, that is a lot of that. All right, what else are we doing on this show? I got so sucked into that I forgot everything else. Okay, we want Don Callis to have a promo. We want Danielson to have a promo. All right, why don't we do that actually? Yeah, because yeah, last time we had Bryan Danielson call out Swerve Strickland to a one-on-one match, and we were supposed to do an angle where Don Callis would kind of come out and tell Bryan Danielson, no, Swerve Strickland is not going to wrestle you tonight. We don't work on your schedule. So that match will only happen if and when we decide it should happen. And then yeah, Bryan Danielson instead wrestled Moose, but we booked the match, but we totally forgot to book the promo. And then Bryan Danielson didn't speak at all on the show either. So I think I'm gonna have Bryan Danielson here just cut a promo kind of explaining, like, you know, 2 weeks ago I called out Swerve Strickland, but Don Callis is such a coward that instead of letting me wrestle Swerve, he got Moose to replace him. All right, and then he's gonna call them cowards, pretty much. Should we get Swerve involved in this angle, or? You know, I think this is just gonna be a Bryan Danielson solo backstage segment. And we're gonna have Swerve in the another Don Callis angle we're booking. So we've got Bryan Danielson talking to Melissa Santos. We're gonna do Don Callis off screen and Swerve off screen, and let's do Walter off screen too. I think let me see something. Yeah, this storyline is extremely cold because we've had Bryan Danielson and Swerve in their own storyline. So I think what we're gonna do is we're just gonna end this for now, and we're just gonna put Walter into this storyline. Yeah, rather than trying to revive an extremely cold storyline or whatever it was. Okay, so yeah, and while we're on the subject, let's have Don Callis. He's gonna respond to Bryan Danielson's promo, and he's got Swerve with him, and he's basically gonna be like, "Look, I'm not here trying to be a bad guy, Bryan Danielson, and I'm not here trying to insult people, Walter. Me and Swerve Strickland and all my clients, we are here to conduct business, and I look out for the best interests of my clients. That's why we cannot just accept matches willy-nilly like you guys." He's gonna be like, "But I have a proposal. I say, how about this? Bryan Danielson, you want to wrestle Swerve Strickland so bad, but I think Swerve Strickland should go after the title. So what do we do?" Um, Actually, no, now that I'm thinking about it, I think it would be weird for Don Callis to pitch a triple threat, but that is the match I want to do. So if he's not gonna pitch it, how do we get there then? What if we do? What if we have Don Callis try to challenge Walter, saying that he should wrestle Swerve Strickland at the pay-per-view, but then maybe next week we have Bryan Danielson cut, or we can have Walter basically say, like, I agree with Bryan Danielson. Swerve Strickland, you're a coward. If you want to face me in a one-on-one match at the pay-per-view, how about you beat Bryan Danielson? Although then the thing is, we're gonna have to. We could maybe have Bryan Danielson win by DQ or something, and it leads to the triple threat. Because right now I've got, let me see. I was gonna do Bryan Danielson, Kenta, and Chris Hero versus Swerve, Brian Cage, and Moose. Maybe we just have this match anyways, and then Walter comes out and says that he'll wrestle both of them. How about we do that? That makes more sense to me. You know what? Let's have this be backstage. All right, so we've got 39 more minutes to book. Okay. Oh yeah, and our main event's gonna be Kento Miyahara versus either Pac or Fergal. He gained. We had Kento Miyahara and Eddie Kingston beat Shingo and Fergal, and even though Kento Miyahara pinned Shingo, he gained a ton of popularity just because like he technically got a win over Fergal. So I kind of want him. I think him versus Fergal would just be a really good match too. Also, but yeah, I'm gonna try to see if he can beat Fergal, and if not, we'll have him beat Pac. And if Pac's pissed, we'll just give him money. And yeah, this will be our main event. So that's another reason I want Fergal, because I believe he is a star. And Pac is probably well known. Oh, Fergal's well known, huh? Okay, interesting. Let's see if he can just beat him clean. Yo, he can just beat him. Oh, that's so hype. All right, hell yeah, we're doing it then. Main event. It's fucking sick. And also, yeah, unlike all these other matches where people are getting jumped and people are interfering and stuff, we're gonna have Jon Moxley be honorable, and even though him and the Death Riders are there, they're not gonna get involved in the match. They're just gonna watch. And yeah, thus Kento Miyahara is able to get the win. Okay, should probably get a promo from the women. Oh, did I even book that women's match? Oh wait, I did. Okay. Should probably get a promo from the woman. So, or maybe we can get a promo from Stokely. Actually, let's do that. Yes, maybe we can just have the angle be that after the women's 8-man tag, after the 8-women tag, excuse me, they're just gonna announce on the show that Sarah Del Rey is gonna face Awesome Kong for the championship, and then Stokely can just cut a promo right after and just be like, you know what? It doesn't even matter that you're getting the title shot because Awesome Kong, like me and Awesome Kong, we hate Sarah Del Rey, and we are gonna make you regret ever even thinking about coming out of retirement. When you're sitting at home and you can't even walk, and because Awesome Kong has destroyed you or something like that. I don't know, man. I was really trying there, but I couldn't get there. All right, and we'll have them also take a shot at Hana Kimura too because they're friends. All right, and I think I'm gonna use that near certainty on this. It's because Stokely is he's inconsistent, so yeah. We still have 19 more minutes to book. All right, we're gonna organize all these matches and stuff, and then and then we'll see what else we still need to book. I want to do something with, I think, let me see if I'm not wrong. I believe maybe last week, yeah, we had the Briscoe brothers just get jumped by Suzuki-gun. So we'll probably just have beer money cut a promo on them this week. Okay, all right, me just silently moving it segments around. Very, very compelling content for sure. All right, all right, yeah, let's get that beer money promo in. All right, so yeah, beer money. After trying to use negotiation tactics against the Briscoe brothers and kind of having it blow up in their face, they've decided, like, why are we wasting time with all these like contracts and all these negotiations with these two idiots? So yeah, they just went and beat them up last week with all Suzuki, and they're gonna cut a promo this week, basically saying like, people talk about beer money. They talk about how much money we have and how good looking we are and how we're major stars in America and Japan and how we have such history together and how we're one of the greatest tag teams of the past generation. But one thing that people seem to forget about us is that we are all that, but we're also two tough sons of bitches. That we don't take shit from people like the Briscoe brothers, from low class, low life bums. So that's why last week we had to teach them boys a lesson. We're just gonna give them 2 minutes, I think. No, we'll give them three. We'll give them three. This isn't a major storyline, but it is a storyline nonetheless. Oh, and I'm kind of booking this show, and I realize we're missing the world champion Cody and the title challenger Adam Page. So yeah, we should definitely do something with that. Let's see, what do I have planned for next week? I want Adam Page and the Briscoes to team up, so we're gonna do Adam Page and the Briscoes versus MJF and Beer Money. Although I didn't plan anything in terms of like promos for them. I think I want to do an angle though where we've been kind of having Arn Anderson there every time Cody cuts a promo just to kind of tease that something's gonna happen. I think on this show we should finally have them have Cody attack Arn Anderson or something, and then Adam Page can save him maybe. Also, I think to explain Kenny Omega not being there, and since he's gonna wrestle MJF, let's just have him be found backstage beaten up at some point in the show too. So let's book both of those angles. Backstage. Let's do the Kenny Omega one first. All right, Kenny Omega selling an injury. We're gonna have Adam Page there. He's gonna be like, what happened? What happened? And they're the doctors are gonna be like, oh, okay, he was attacked by somebody. We didn't see who it was. Oh, we don't know. And then maybe we'll have MJF involved in this somehow. We'll have him. Let's see. I think we're just gonna do this. 1 minute backstage. Kenny Omega selling an injury. Adam Page character development. He's basically gonna be like, I know Cody Rhodes and MJF must have had something to do with this. Right. All right, that's literally a 1 minute angle, but yeah, it's just a way for us to get Kenny Omega on the show. Or maybe this should be earlier in the show actually. Do that here. All right, then we're gonna do a quick 2-minute backstage angle with Cody and MJF. We're basically gonna have them kind of just in passing bring up like, oh, it's so unfortunate what happened to Kenny Omega. Maybe if he didn't go around here running his mouth like an idiot, people wouldn't want to attack him. And yeah, we're gonna have Arn Anderson be there, of course. Maybe this could be like a quick backstage segment to lead to their in-ring promo where it's like, they kind of do this backstage thing and then Cody's like, but I have more important things to worry about than Kenny Omega. I'm the AEW World Champion and the people need to see me. Yeah, it's just going to be a short thing. Now we're going to book a big in-ring angle. It's definitely storyline development. We're going to have Cody there. We're going to have MJF there. Let's get everybody in there. Let's get Tom Lawler, Jonah Rock, Brandy. Oh, Brandy. We've got to set Brandy to turn heel, goddammit. Let's do that in this segment. Let's do this. Actually, yeah, Brandy. Yeah, for the love of God, Brandy Rose, please turn heel. I'm tired of Cody getting penalized because his wife is a babyface for no reason. Right, Cody, he would be cutting a promo about how, Adam Page and Kenny Omega, these two, like, leeches, they've used him for far too long, and now that he's finally opened his eyes and moved on from them and stopped allowing them to use him, they want to whine and complain. But really, they should just learn their place, because Cody Rhodes is the world champion. He's the top star of the entire business, and they are simply not on his level. And yeah, at this point, we're gonna have Arn Anderson, which I feel like we've done something like this before, but if we did, whatever. Just Arn Anderson is gonna chime in and be like, I can't stand by and watch this silently anymore, Cody. You're here attacking people backstage and cheating to win all your matches. And Kenny Omega and Adam Page, they never used you. They never needed you to help win their matches. They never needed you to win championships. If anything, you needed them. You needed to be around wrestlers like Kenny Omega and Adam Page to elevate yourself to their level. And yeah, obviously Cody's gonna be really offended by this, so we're gonna have we're gonna have Cody here, I'm gonna have Cody and Brandy both be attackers, so we could just imply that maybe Brandy Rhodes like low blows him or something. Oh wait, well, we can't have them be attackers if he's Arn Anderson is cutting a promo, right? Damn it, we're gonna have to do another part. This will be a 1-minute part that is a tease. This is going to be a 1 minute part where they are going to attack him. And God, this is so involved too. All right, so they finally lose it completely, and they're going to attack the legendary Arn Anderson. And of course, Adam Page isn't going to just sit by and watch this. So Adam Page is going to run out there and make the save, or at least he's going to try to. But yeah, we're going to have him try to make the save, but he's going he's running into like a 4-on-1 beatdown pretty much. So yeah, we're gonna have them just beat the crap out of Adam Page. Maybe Cody Rhodes lays him out with the crossroads, and then Cody Rhodes picks. I'm not gonna do another part where he talks. This is already too many parts. But yeah, maybe he like picks the mic back up and is like, Adam Page, you know, you may have beaten me in the past, but that doesn't matter. You will never be AEW champion. I'll have MJF work the crowd. He's just bossing the other guys around. You know, we have plenty of time left in the show. Maybe we should add a 5th part where Cody speaks again to this already very convoluted angle. You know what? No, we're just gonna have Cody Rhodes talk in this part. I think we'll do that. And it's just implied that he was also a part of the beatdown. Right, and instead of the usual Cody opening the show, we're gonna have this be before the main event. I feel we've booked so much on the show, and amazingly, we still have 5 more minutes to book. Wow. Is there anything I'm forgetting about? How about we have Walter respond to Don Callis? All right, even though we've kind of had Walter going on about like, you know, I don't like to do all this talking and shit. He's gonna cut a promo where he's like, you know, you guys disrespect me repeatedly, and now you want me to jump and wrestle who you want me to wrestle. When you say, I will consider your challenge, and I will give you my answer next week. Yeah, so a bit of role reversal. Usually it's Don Callis telling people, like, oh, we'll consider what your proposition. Yeah, this time now it's Walter kind of like, you guys didn't, you guys want to boss me around? We only need 1 more minute. So let's give it to, can this go 1 more minute? Ours is being slightly overused. Okay. I think slightly overused is fine. So yeah, there we go. We did it. 115 minutes exactly. 69%. That's a well-booked Dynamite. Let's see. Yeah, CM Punk has yet to debut, so he's off. He's obviously on the card. AJ Styles is kind of in between programs right now. Oh, you know what? Actually, I think FTR should cut a promo. Or wait, let's see. What are we doing? FTR is basically kind of they're kind of fucking with both the Young Bucks and SCU, but they end up helping SCU get the win. So maybe we do like a backstage segment where the Young Bucks kind of like complain, like, that everybody saw that we only lost the match because these guys got involved. Then FTR can kind of get in their faces and be like, oh, well, we beat them and apparently that didn't count. So now all of a sudden you guys lose a match and you guys want to say it doesn't count. Well, nobody can just own up to what they've done around here. And yeah, we'll have Maria in there and she'll say like, we're gonna have to find a solution for this. Gonna shoehorn Maria in wherever we can. God, and for the love of God, can we do this all as one segment, please? Please. That last angle we booked with Cody kind of broke my brain a little. I took damage. Do 1 minute backstage. Tease. Do Christopher Daniels and Frankie Kazarian off screen. And then yeah, we're gonna have Maria show up to save the day. Like, it seems that you superstars are in a bit of a complicated situation here, but rest assured I will work with Tony Khan and we will resolve this title situation before the pay-per-view. And Dax Harwood's like, oh great, here's this bitch again. All right, yeah, I think that's everything I wanted to get on the show. We have so many people still also that we could potentially book. All right, but let's book. Oh, why am I on this screen? All right, let's go ahead and book a dark match, and then we'll be ready to book the show. Do 4v4, my favorite. Oh, I didn't actually bring anybody from Dev. All right, Alex Shelley still needs to work the rust off, so we're gonna keep bringing him up. Let's get Fuego del Sol, and let's get Wheeler Yuta. Actually, no, let's get Yuya. And on the heel slide, they can wrestle to Gringo Loco. Fantasma. Toxin and Latigo. It's pretty sick for a pre-show match. Motor City Machine Guns, Fuego, and Yuya Uemura taking on I already forgot who it was. That was El Hijo de Fantasma, Gringo Loco, Toxin, and Latigo. All right, let's give Alex Shelley the win. All right, there we go. So yeah, this is a Dynamite. Let's see, what did we do last week? 83. I mean, I would like to top that this week. So yeah, let's say we're shooting for an 84 at least. Also, I'm just now realizing we didn't have John Moxley got a promo on this show. What are we doing? We're leaving points on the table. I just rectify that situation. John Moxley filler promo, literally just to get him, just to get him on the show, other than standing at ringside. This is a lot of segments in between the co-main event and the main event. Yeah, it's a lot of angles actually. Damn. All right, maybe we should we're gonna swap this. Or no, I don't know. I don't know what swapping those did. Actually, I don't know why I decided to swap those. What was I thinking there? Hmm. All right, why don't we move this to earlier? All right, that's fine. All right, Dynamite. It feels like we've been booking this one show forever, but yeah, we're shooting for an 84. Let's see how we do. All right, pre-show match gets a 66. I'm not gonna spend too much time talking about this. Alex Shelley is still rusty. Okay. Wow, starting off the main show hot, an 87. for the Young Bucks versus SCU. Wow, what a match! Yeah, they definitely stole the show. Yeah, and freaking SCU won. Also, let's not bury the lead here. SCU pinned the tag team champs in a non-title match. All right, backstage we see Andrade and Latin Mafia try to intimidate Dragon Lee and basically force him into joining their group. But not on Eddie Kingston's watch. Eddie Kingston is gonna intervene. And yeah, he's gonna defend Dragon Lee, setting up a tag match later in the night. All right, it's got a 72. The backstage segment with the Young Bucks, FTR, and Maria gets a 68. All right, thank you, Maria. All praise, all praise. The beautiful and wise Maria. Ooh, Chris Hero versus Brian Cage gets a 61. Not quite the best Wild Brawl we've ever booked, but all right, whatever. Sometimes you get a 61. Brian Cage only got a 42 here. What the hell, man? Like, I know some people in real life aren't crazy about Brian Cage, but you know, he's not that bad. He's not I don't think he's that bad. Wow, this 1 minute segment got a 72. Wow. Yeah, Kenny Omega found the attack backstage, and Adam Page is really pissed about it. Ooh, this Bryan Danielson promo not doing super well. Gets a 59. Okay. Oh yeah, we need to remember to turn Don Callis heel too. We need to like complete his turn soon. Oh Jesus Christ. It's a 42 from this Beer Money promo. Did we not put Minoru Suzuki in there? Oh, we didn't even have them talking about the Briscoe. Oh my god. Well, on the bright side, at least this won't bring down the feud. It won't hurt the storyline. Yeah, I guess while I was booking this, I got distracted or something and just completely fucking did not finish booking it. All right, yeah. 42. Wow, we're all over the map on this episode. All right, we're back up again. A 75 for this quick little backstage promo from Cody and MJF. Basically saying that, you know, they're not. Oh, I didn't even put Kenny Omega off screen here either. Wow. But yeah, basically just kind of being like, you know, oh, Kenny Omega got beat up backstage. Oh, well, that sucks. You know, maybe he should watch his mouth. All right, women's 8-man action. Sarah DeRay, Hannah Kimura, Davina Rose, and Mia Yim pick up the win here over Stokely's Angels and Odeyo Tai. Match gets a 70. That's really solid. Okay. We're pretty much just trying to build up Sarah DeRay as much as we can right now. So yeah, that's pretty much the reason this match happened. Stokely Hathaway promo gets a 67. We made the right choice giving him the angle idea, I'd say. Although I guess Beer Money could have used it too, huh? Don Callis and Swerve promo gets a 50. How long have we been teasing this Don Callis turn, actually? Because we should probably do that soon. Oh, only 7 segments, huh? I feel like we've been teasing it forever, but I guess 7 is not that many. All right. All right. Eddie Kingston and Dragon Lee, unfortunately, take an L against the Latin Mafia members Ortiz and Garza Jr. The match gets a 77. Okay, Ortiz and Dragon Lee kind of carried here. Or Ortiz not getting his usual 90. Maybe he needs his boy Santana there for him to reach his full potential. But yeah, they got the win when Black Taurus and Demonic Flamita kind of interfered in the match. All right, now we've got a beatdown segment and babyfaces making the save. Too many people to mention. We're setting up for that Steve Renee to go. Gets a 75. Pretty decent. Also, yeah, this getting a 75 with all these people involved. Yeah, that's actually really good. All right, Walter with a 72 promo. Solid work. This very convoluted segment that I was very annoyed booking. Got a 76. Okay, Adam Page tries to defend Arn Anderson once again, and this time is made to pay for it as he gets beaten down by Tom Lawler, Jonah Rock, and the world champion Cody. All right, let's move on. Oh, yes. No. All right, Brandy Rhodes is a heel now. Cool. So Cody will not get penalized. Awesome. All right, John Moxley promo here gets a 64. I really don't know what's going on with John Moxley. Like, let me look at the storyline. Is it low heat maybe? No, the storyline's hot. I don't know. John Moxley he's just been like in a rut with his promos lately. I don't know. Oh, and an 83 main event. Kento Miyahara beats Fergal Devitt clean with his finish. The Death Riders were there, but they didn't get involved. Kento gets the win. Match gets an 83 to close out the show. Oh, we only got an 80. Wow. Oh, we used Garza Jr. far too much. What? No, what? No. No, it definitely said he was slightly overused. It definitely said slightly overused. I'm not insane. It definitely said that. God, that's really annoying actually. It definitely did not say we were using him far too much. But okay, we got an 80, whatever. It should have been higher, but the game decided to fuck on us. All right, anyways, we're gonna put that out of our minds for now, and it's time to book some dark. In our first order of business, like we were saying earlier, let's get Black Taurus and Demonic Flamita win here. I need to add them to the Latin Mafia actually. Let's do that. Yeah, Latin Mafia very quickly becoming a super group. Got 5, about to have 7 members, and then their manager Selena De La Renta. Just kind of an insane group forming here. I clicked the wrong thing. Oh yeah, look at this group, man. Look at this beautiful group. Oh, and actually, I guess that's it for now. Oh, Brandy Rhodes is still in the elite. That's weird. Let's go ahead and take her out. Cool. So let's find some people for these guys to beat. You know what? Actually, let's have him wrestle Feigo do Sol and Yuya Uemura. Although then again, that's only one recognizable person in the match. The game might not like that. We'll do it anyways. Of course, we're gonna give Black Toast the win. Also, I'm not gonna put the entire Latin Mafia at ringside, but let's just have Selena de la Renta at ringside to kind of cue in the audience that, oh, these guys are officially in Latin Mafia now. All right. Let's see. I kind of want. I was thinking of giving Beer Money a win. But I don't really know who they should face. Oh, this reminds me. We need to get Cheeseburger. Yeah, we need to get him in here. He's one of those people for weird contract situation. I don't know. We'll just have him beat Top Flight. Oh, does James Storm not work dark? Oh no. All right, that's fine. I guess we won't do this match then. I'm trying to think who could use a match. Here, let's have FTR beat those guys instead. Dante and Darius Martin. Top Flight. There we go. I forgot their name for a second. I had to list them individually to remember their tag team name. I mean, this could probably be the main event just because these guys are pretty popular. For the women's division, I always want to give Odeo Tai wins, but none of them are over. Is the problem I have. Also, Kagetsu doesn't work dark, so yeah. Are these all the local workers? This can't be. Oh, okay. Is there a woman for Awesome Kong to squash, maybe? Oh, this Persephone. Who's better, Charlotte or Robin Renegade? Robin. Oh, I mean, they've got literally zero experience though. God. Fine, we'll do high end. It's gonna be a pure squash. Awesome Kong is simply going to dominate and win. Do you do domination? Awesome. All right, there's our 3 matches. Although we still need to book 20 more minutes. Can we do it? I don't know. Let's start. Let's give Adam Page a 4-minute promo. We're gonna have Adam Page in a very serious, heartfelt promo, kind of express how disappointed he's become of Cody Rhodes over the course of the past several weeks. You know, because for a while there, you know, he wanted to give Cody the benefit of the doubt. He wanted to think, you know, my friend, the guy that I knew so well, that I traveled the roads with, that I flew from Japan back to America with. You know, that guy, he's still got to be in there somewhere, but he's slowly realizing that maybe that guy doesn't even exist anymore. Maybe Cody Rhodes has been this person all along, and he's just now finally seeing it. Yeah, very heartfelt stuff from Adam Page. We're gonna give him 5 minutes because we have 20 minutes to go on this show. Okay. Is there anything we need to like announce or set up for the pay-per-view still? Like, we know the main event's Cody versus Adam Page, although Adam Page hasn't even technically won the #1 contendership. I kind of just decided we're doing that match. I don't know. We'll do something. We'll have Cody cut a promo where he's like, "I'm gonna give you this match not because I think you deserve to challenge for the championship, just so that I can end your career. I am going to end the story of Adam Page for good." A lot of death threats in this episode. Oh, we should have a promo from Eddie Kingston and the Lucha Brothers, I guess. We're gonna do 2. We're gonna give 2 minutes to the Lucha Brothers and then have Eddie Kingston talk for 3. And it's just gonna be like a general babyface kind of feel good promo about how, you know, we're not gonna be told who we should be or be bullied or bossed around by people like you. You know, you want to get on the microphone and say that you've been nice, but everybody knows that's a lie and that you guys are scumbags. Stuff like that. I imagine A. Kingston would be pissed because he's going to be like, I don't know what the hell is wrong with this company. It's like everywhere I look, there's some group of assholes who think that they have to run the entire company, who think that everybody has to listen to them. You know, it's John Moxley, it's Andrade, it's fucking Jim Ross. Like, I don't know what's going on with everybody, but what I do know is that I'm a grown ass man and I'm not gonna take this from anybody. Right. All right, 10 more minutes. We need a couple of more long promos. God, I would love if I could just give Saturday a promo just to build her own match, but she's it's not gonna be good. We're gonna have the Briscoe brothers respond to Beer Money and basically be like, you know, you guys got us fucked up if you think that we're not, you know, that just because you called yourself tough, we're gonna be afraid of you guys. Like, what are you guys? Are we supposed to be shaking in our boots? And, you know, I think we can have them throw down the gauntlet here, where they say, you know, you guys, you know, we're one win apiece here. If you guys want to settle things at Full Gear, you know, we're not hard to find. You don't have to convince us to get in that ring with you guys, you know. And I'm going to actually put them off screen this time. I'm not gonna mess this up again. Hey, we're gonna put the rest of Suzuki Gun too, because it could be just like a thing where like this literally kind of like Eddie Kingston and Latin Mafia, where they're gonna be like, you know, you guys are so tough when it's 5-on-2, but if you guys were real men, you guys will be able to stand up to us on your own 2 feet or on your own 4 feet. You guys will be able to stand up to us like men and faces on your own without any help. Why don't we extend this just a little? Right now, we only need to book 5 more minutes. All right, we'll do a promo with Davina Rose and Mia Yim again. Maybe this time Davina Rose kind of trying to pump up Mia Yim, like, you know, we got to win last week. We're back in the we're back in the saddle, baby. We're back in the driver's seat. You know, Mia Yim, are you excited? And Mia Yim's gonna be like, all right, we got one win. You know, I'm not about to throw a party over. You know, she's showing more of that edge. I think we did tease already. We'll do comedy. And we're just gonna put a bunch of people off screen for the sake of advancing their storylines. right, you know what? We need 2 more minutes, so we're just gonna extend this match. So I'm done booking promos. For the love of God, I've booked so many. All right, there you go. It's an episode of Dark. We're just gonna run it. We're just gonna run it. Let's go. Oh wait, is it? Let me just check real quick. Okay. All right, just wanted to check. All right, let's run it. No guess. All right, Black Taurus and Flamita taking on Yuya Uemura and Fuego del Sol. Gets a 65. Black Taurus has a gimmick that's getting stale. Let's see. Also, yeah, you guys might have noticed there that Black Taurus, even being unimportant, still did better than Flamita in the match, which is why we need him for the pay-per-view. Tweak that. Right, promos from the Lucha Brothers and from Eddie Kingston get a 76. Right. The backstage segment with Davina Rose and Mia Yim gets a 59. Why does it not say she's teasing her heel turn? Is she not? Whatever. Awesome Kong squashing Hyan gets a 57. Okay, pretty decent for a squash match, I guess. Briscoe Brothers promo on Beer Money and Suzuki Gun gets a 68. All right. Oh, I'm surprised. This 5-minute Adam Page promo only got a 67. I'm kind of surprised. I thought for sure this would do pretty well. I thought this would get at least in the 70s. So yeah, a little disappointed here. Hey, and our main event, FTR goes over Top Flight. In a 76 match, pretty decent. FTR kind of carried, but you know, Top Flight guys both getting 57s there. They're getting there. They're getting there. A 73. Sure. Sure. I don't know what we did last week, but a 73 sounds good to me. We made 1.8 million. Being pop everywhere but the US and Kento, Central Europe, Tasmania. Man, that was a lot of booking we just did. Jesus Christ, man. You know, I think when we get Collision going, we're probably just gonna drop Dark. Like I've gone back and forth on this because on one hand, Dark is convenient to have sometimes because, like, for example, we wanted to get Black Taurus a little bit of momentum. You know, just give him a quick match on Dark. You know, it's useful for stuff like that. But having to book a 2-hour show and then go right into booking another 1-hour show is kind of a lot. Oh, ROH has grown. Let's see. Their meat. Wow, yeah, they rose to medium. All right, congratulations. Good for our dev company. Yeah, you see, they've kind of steadily been going up. All right, but yeah, that's only good news for us. And while I'm here, actually, Cheeseburger, what the fuck is up with your contract? Why? I don't understand why these people are on the roster, but they're not like actually on the roster. It's kind of annoying. Burger's 27, pretty decent stats. Not as popular as I thought they would be, but you know, not totally unknown. Here, we're gonna get them. I think they work for New Japan too, so we're just gonna get them on a written deal for let's say 2 years. Yeah, there's a few other people I know don't appear. Like, I don't think Madison Rain shows up when we're trying to borrow people. I don't think Tennille Dashwood shows up, or Mandy Leone. But you know what? I actually don't feel like doing all that right now. So we're just gonna fix that at some other time. Oh, Joey Janela, Rising Star. Yikes. Yeah, we tried that. We tried that, man. Oh, WWE upping their offer to Mickie James. Okay, we're gonna have to take a look. 9 million people watch Dynamite. Okay. MJF, is this like a joke? He's like, you gotta give Black Taurus more promo time. Black Taurus's promos is like, "Arr!" He's like, nah, man, you just don't get what he's saying, man. You gotta open your ears. All right, they just offered more money, I think. All right, what if we go up to 3 years? Cool. All right, let's advance a couple days at least. Get up to Wednesday, and then I'll probably take my break, come back, book some more Dynamite. Oh yeah, we've got to check Kento Miyahara's pop also, because oh, Adam Cole called up to the main roster. Good for Adam Cole, because he did just beat Fergal clean. Oh, he's a star. Whoa. Whoa. Wow. All right. You know what? You know what? He may just have a shot at beating Jon Moxley now. Let's see. Fergal, did you like lose pop from that? I mean, yeah, Fergal did lose some pop. He did, but you know, look, it's for the greater good. It's for the greater good, Fergal. You gotta work with us here. You've been in the business for 19 years. You gotta put people over sometimes. Behold a signal. Don't know who that is. I don't know. He still may not be able to beat Jon Moxley, but I'm kind of just excited that we got Kento Miyahara all the way up to being a star. He started off at like at 8 popularity, I believe, like basically nothing in the US, and we got him all the way up to 70. That's insane. This is a long loading screen. I don't like this. Every time it takes long to load like this, I get scared the game's about to crash. Right? A cheeseburger. All right. All right, cool. Maybe now we'll be able to book them on Dark occasionally. It would be cool if we could just bring in Tennille Dashwood, start jobbing her out again. That was fun when we were able to do that. You know, Tennille Dashwood is largely responsible for Hannah Kimura getting over. We just we just jobbed her out a bunch of times. But I don't even though she's already in ROH, I feel like if I try to negotiate with her, she's not going to want to because we fired her from AEW before. I don't know. We'll try later. I just don't feel like doing more contract negotiation stuff right now. Well, Kenny Omega heading to New Japan. This actually reminds me. Let's go ahead and offer that handshake deal to Konami. Because yeah, I keep wanting to book them in Odeyo time matches and then realizing like, oh fuck, I forgot to to borrow them. Yeah, they're not even that popular, but they are good. Yeah, let's give them a handshake deal. Okay. I think I had an email there that I didn't check. We'll never know. We'll never know what it said. Or at least not until this loading screen is done. Okay, just gonna gloss oh, Red Velvet joined Stardom. Let's take a look at Red Velvet stats. Oh, all right. Needs more time in the oven. Pun fully intended. Thank you. I'm very proud of that one. Let's get up to Tuesday here, and then yeah, I think I'm gonna once we get to Tuesday, I'm gonna get up and take my break. Yeah, we've been going for nearly 2 hours now. The time flies when I'm booking these AEW shows, man. I'm telling you. Even this show, I came into this show with plans written out, meticulously laid out for me, thinking that it would help me book the show faster, but you always end up like, oh man, I still need to book 30 more minutes of angles. And then the next thing you know, it's been 2 hours. Mercedes Moné bearing the trolls, as she should. How dare anyone ever say anything negative about Mercedes Moné? And that's a shoot. I mean that. Not considered. Okay, so I'm gonna assume this means she's here. Oh no, Konami's here. Welcome. You're coming straight to the main roster. Hell yeah. I've always been the kind of person that thought like, you see people make comments online like, oh, like Tony Khan should just bring in all these Japanese women and just give them 15 minutes on Dynamite and let them work and they'll get over it. And, I'm usually the kind of person where I look at that and I'm like, I don't think it's that simple. I don't think just because they're Japanese, they're going to get over and they're going to be good. Or their gimmicks are going to work in America. But that being said, I'm a huge hypocrite because my roster has Odeyo Tai, Hana Kimura. I guess that's it though, right? But I mean, hey, that's 5. That's kind of a lot. That's more than real life, probably. I don't know. While I ponder this, I'm gonna take my break. So yeah, I hope you guys are enjoying this. Like the video, subscribe to the channel, leave a comment. Hijo de amigo. I'm going on break. All right, I'll see you guys in 5 minutes. All right, we're back. We're back, and it's time to continue on down the road to Full Gear. We've got this last go home show to book, and then yeah, we'll be. Well, then yeah, we'll be at Full Gear. I don't know how else to say it. It'll be Full Gear time. And what a go home show it should be. We've got plenty of cool matches lined up. We're probably gonna book a ton of angles again. Oh boy, I can't wait. What is this Tenryu company? I'll look this up real quick. I'm just curious. The Tenryu project. Oh, is this like a war revival? Oh, that's pretty cool. I'm gonna assume this is like a made up promotion from the mod, but yeah, that's a pretty cool idea actually. A war revival. Hey, and Mickie James is here. What is she going to do? I have no clue. I have no clue. All right, well, we've got 23 days at least to figure it out, so that's good. All right, it's Dynamite time, and it is the go home show to Full Gear. So we are going to run this show. I'm thinking we should run Full Gear in, let's see, New England. Well, we book better. Yeah, we draw more in the tri-state, so maybe the pay-per-view should be in the tri-state. All right, with that being said, I guess we're gonna also book Dynamite in the tri-state. I can't talk right now. Let's go to Western New York. I feel like we always go to this Jersey venue. Andrade Almas has been stranded at the airport and will not be able to make the show. Oh no. Okay, yeah, we'll just work around that. I'm glad it's happening now and not for the pay-per-view. That would be devastating. But yeah, that's pretty inconvenient for us. That's definitely, yeah, it's pretty inconvenient. That was the only thing that happened too. Oh, okay, the locker room instruments are here. Never mind. Okay. All right, so we still would like some character ideas. Safe bet. There you go. We get another one. Bit of a gamble. Not great. And you know the pay-per-view's coming up. Let's try to get a finish. Likely for CM Punk. All right. Well, we got a safe bet character idea. All right. Davina Rose training. Cody training. Literally, that's it. Everybody is just chill and keeping to themselves. All right, what a nice backstage environment. All right, so last week we only got an 80, but that's because Garza Jr. was used too much, which is kind of unfortunate. Although I swear I checked and it said he was being slightly overused. I swear I checked that. Maybe I'm wrong. Maybe I'll go back and watch the video and be like, oh no, it does say he's being overused and I just didn't read it. But yeah, so we're definitely gonna try to top that 80. All right, and you see, I don't have as much planned for this Dynamite, but we've got some matches. We've got some matches. First things first, let's book. I believe this should be our main event. We're gonna do 3v3 Adam Page and the Briscoe brothers. We're gonna take on MJF and Beer Money. Which it seems kind of crazy to have Briscoes and Beer Money main eventing right before the pay-per-view, but I mean, you know, how many times can we run Adam Page versus like Jonah Rock or Tom Lawler or some combination of MJF, Jonah Rock, Tom Lawler, and Cody? You know, we got to change things up. we just have to mix things up. We've done every combination possible. And we're trying to sell that Kenny Omega got attacked last week and is injured, but he's going to be good for the pay-per-view. So he'll probably just cut a promo. We'll use the quick entrances variation. think we're just gonna have Adam Page straight up win here. And just for fun, we're gonna put Cody and Brandy at ringside. You know, maybe it could be like a thing where the match is going on and they're not there the whole time, but during the match at some point, Cody and Brandy are gonna walk out on the ramp and Adam Page is gonna kind of see them and be distracted a bit by them for a minute, and it's gonna let the heels take the upper hand. But then, yeah, ultimately the babyfaces are gonna win. All right, so that's tentative main events. And you know what? Let's set that up with a promo. All right, how about we do this? We're gonna do 2 minutes first, where it's gonna be the Briscoe brothers cutting a promo, kind of repeating what they've been saying, where it's like, you know, you guys are all big and bad and tough when we're outnumbered. But you know what? We got friends too. We can also find backup. So tonight, it's gonna be a 6-man tag, and we're gonna be teaming with our good friend Adam Page. And then he's gonna kind of show up and, you know, also cut a promo. Then we'll have this part be character development. We'll give him 3 minutes. And yeah, of course, Adam Page is gonna he's gonna get another promo on Cody and MJF, where he's gonna say, you know, Cody, he is so delusional and so far gone that I'm sure he does believe all the crazy nonsense things that have been coming out of his mouth lately. And you know, and as much as it hurts me to have lost a friend, it's not gonna hurt me one bit at Full Gear when I beat him yet again and I walk out as the world champion. And maybe he can end the promo with something cool, like oh, but you know, I'm tired of talking. I'm tired of talking. I want to fight. God damn it, I'm ready to fight. And then they all kind of just like, oh, like they get all broed up. Cool. Let's see what other matches we got on the show. We definitely got some. Oh, I got a 4v4 here. Eddie. Oh, this is a 5-on-5 actually. Kingston, Wagner, Kento, and the Lucha Brothers versus Latin Mafia, Ortiz, Garza, and Black Taurus, and 2 of the Death Riders. We're gonna do Pac and Shingo probably. Yeah, even though we're building up to a 5-on-5 Cybernetico, I figured we could have some fun here. You know, we have set the precedent in the past that Santana and Ortiz were kind of cool with the Death Riders. So this could kind of be like an offshoot of that, where you're like, you know, they're cool with the Death Riders. John Moxley, you know, he's not an idiot. He doesn't want any trouble, so he's like, fuck it, we'll be cool. We'll be cool with the rest of these guys too. You know, Latin Mafia. And yeah, so that gets us to this cool ass match. Man, maybe we should open with this. We got Eddie, we got Wagner, we got Phoenix, Enta, and Kento Miyahara. What a squad! What a team! This is also basically the exact team that's gonna be at the pay-per-view, except Kento Miyahara is in there instead of Bandito. Right, and let's do Garza Jr., Ortiz, Black Taurus, Pac, and Shingo. All right, and this is not a Cibernetico. It is not elimination style, so the first pinfall gets the win. I think we're just gonna have. I think we're gonna have Eddie Kingston go over. I'm pretty sure he lost his match last week, so we're gonna have him get a win back here. Who should he pin? Let's have him pin Ortiz. I know Ortiz, like, I don't think it's gonna hurt him losing to Eddie Kingston. Yeah, he's over enough that it shouldn't hurt too bad. I know we have Garza and Black Taurus there, but I kind of don't, we're trying to like get them over. Here, let's do this. I have Ortiz distracted by none other than Bandito. Okay, yeah, we're gonna do. Oh, Bandito would have to be in the match for us to have him turn here. Damn. Because, yeah, I need to turn Bandito face. I don't know. Maybe we give Bandito a promo on Dark or something. Yeah, I want to do a John Moxley open challenge. So we're gonna have him cut a promo. We're gonna go classic style, 6 minutes, even though he hasn't really been delivering on these 6-minute promos lately, but I have faith that if we just keep giving him promos, he'll eventually get back to to cutting good ones. Yeah, we're basically gonna have John Moxley be like, you know what, Kento Miyahara, I'm impressed. You beat Virgil last week. We could have got involved in the match, but we're honorable men, and you showed that you definitely have what it takes. But when the last time me and you stood across the ring from each other, I came out on top, Kento. So do you have what it takes to beat me at Full Gear? He's just gonna challenge him to a one-on-one. Then also he's gonna say like, I'm tired of doing all this talking. I don't want to wait until Full Gear for some action. So I'm gonna go head to the ring right now, and anybody who thinks they've got a set of balls on them can come out there and wrestle. Right, yeah, so John Moxley throwing down the gauntlet, challenging Kento Miyahara officially to a one-on-one match at the pay-per-view. And John Moxley, he's also throwing down the gauntlet on Dynamite. He's laying out an open challenge, which we will have answered by none other than Darby Allin. These guys not feuding at all, but Darby Allin, I feel like Darby Allin's crazy enough where if he heard John Moxley basically saying like, if anyone has any balls and if anyone's a man back there and wants to come wrestle me, come out. Darby Allin's he's stupid enough and tough enough that he would be like, "What? You saying I don't have any balls?" But unfortunately, he's tougher than he is smart because Jon Moxley's gonna get the win here. I wanted to make this our wild brawl, but he's not great at brawling. But maybe we should just do that anyways. I don't know. We'll see. Oh, maybe the main event can be a wild brawl. I don't know. I gotta check MJF's brawling. MJF not the best stats, I gotta say. Well, but yeah, I think this can be a wild brawl. Oh right, yeah, this match. I feel like the story for this match should just be that Tony Khan just scheduled the match without saying anything to Don Callis. Don Callis would probably be like, "No, I don't agree to that match." But yeah, maybe Tony Khan just kind of was like, we're gonna have this anyways." All right, Bryan Danielson, Kenta, and Chris Hero, Team ROH 2007. I'll be taking on the team of Swerve Strickland, Brian Cage, and Moose. Or actually, you know what? Fuck it. Let's get Ricky Starks in there instead of Brian Cage. Didn't Brian Cage get like a 43 against Chris Hero? All right, and you know what? I think I want Bryan Danielson actually to get the win here. So we're gonna have Bryan Danielson pin Ricky Starks. Because yeah, we definitely don't want Swerve Strickland to take the loss here, but Bryan Danielson, we had him lose to Walter, and that kind of hurt his popularity a bit. So we got to try to get him wins wherever we can, really. So yeah, he really needs to be the one to win this match. All right, let's spin this into an angle. We've got Bryan Danielson out there. We've got Swerve out there. Don Callis. All right, maybe, we're going to have Bryan Danielson once again say, like, Swerve, you're a coward. Why won't you face me at Full Gear like a man? And Don Callis, once again, is going to say, like, we already said that we're not interested in facing any bums like you or Kenta or Chris Hero in a one-on-one match. What we want is a shot at the Prime Championship. All right, let's get everybody in the background. And at this point, we're gonna have Walter come out and basically say, like, you know what? I agree with Bryan Danielson. Swerve Strickland, you are a coward. But I also am not one to ever back away from any challenge. So at Full Gear, let's make this simple and let's make this work out the best for everybody. I will defend my championship against both Bryan Danielson and Swerve Strickland. And maybe Don Callis is gonna have like an evil smile. He even though he didn't want Bryan Danielson in the match, he still got his client a title shot, right? We're gonna have a lot of like multi-man and three-way matches on this pay-per-view. And speaking of multi-man matches, get ready for a weird triple threat. We've got one half of the Young Bucks, Nick Jackson, and we've got Frankie Kazarian and Cash Wheeler. All right, so yeah, the story here is going to be that just straight up before this match, Maria is going to announce that at the pay-per-view there's going to be a triple threat tag team championship match between the Young Bucks, FDR, and SCU. Which again, I don't know why we're doing so many triple threats and 5-on-5s and all this, but that's just the way our booking has worked out. But yeah, after they announce that, we're gonna have a little preview of that in this three-way match. Give them 13 minutes. We're gonna have them tell a story. And I think, yeah, we're gonna have Cash Wheeler get the win. Now let's just go ahead and put all their respective tag partners at ringside. Let's get Matt, Dax, and Christopher Daniels. All right, let's give her 3 minutes. Backstage, have her announce it. We'll have Tony Khan there. I think it's kind of funny also to have Maria making the announcement and Tony Khan just kind of standing there nodding along like, yeah, yep, I approve this. That match is gonna happen. Yep. All right, we only need 21 more minutes. All right, we're making good time on this one. Did I forget any matches? Let's see. Oh, we don't have any women's match on this card, so we should definitely get one in there. I mean, you don't even know if I've announced this to you guys yet, but I was planning on pretty much for the sake of somehow getting like as many women on the card as possible. I was planning on also doing a women's 5-on-5 at the pay-per-view. So we've got Tokyo Cyber Squad, Davina Rose, Mia Yim, and Kaylee Ray versus AJ Mendez, Nikki Cross, and Oday Otai. So yeah, we should set this match up somehow. Oh well, who else is in that match? Yeah, Hannah Martina, right? And Kaylee Ray. If we just do, let's see, Mina Rose and Mia Yim, Kagetsu, and Konami. We kind of ran this match with Hazuki instead of Konami, and I wanted Odeyo Tai to win, but they refused to put them over. What if we just what if we just have them put them over? What if we just say, hey, look, we're gonna do distraction finish. Hazuki and Rina at ringside. Oh my god, she's furious. Come on, man. What if I just like I mean, yeah. I mean, but it's tainted. Dude, I'm doing it anyways. I'm just gonna do it anyways. I don't care. Whatever. Just here. We're just gonna preemptively give her a bunch of money because I don't know. Here's 20 grand. All right, we're gonna do a backstage promo where Mia Yim's gonna be frustrated. She's mad that she lost the match, and Davina Rose is trying to be her positive, usual self, but Mia Yim's gonna snap at her. And yeah, we'll get AJ Mendez in there and Nikki Cross too. Yeah, so we're gonna have them kind of get into a bit of an argument where Mia Yim is mad that she lost the match. She's gonna be like, "Where were you, Davina? What the hell were you doing?" She's gonna be like, "I feel like I was out there. There was people outside the ring, people inside the ring. Where the hell were you?" And while this is going down, we're gonna have AJ Mendez and Nikki Cross walk by, and kind of poke the bear a bit, just kind of tease them about losing. Just kind of to help set up AJ Mendez and Nikki Storm being in that match at the pay-per-view. Because otherwise it's just a random match, which it is. All right, and we need to book 3 more minutes, and we haven't done anything with Cody or Kenny Omega, so we're gonna book that. We're gonna do a classic 6 minutes. Cody just by himself. No MJF. No, or we'll have Brandy there too. Yeah, no MJF, no Arn. Just Cody is gonna come out there by himself, and he's gonna shoot on Adam Page. All right, I'm sure Cody, he's delusional at this point, so he can just make up a bunch of shit where he's like, when I met you, Adam Page, you were just some lowly, like, you weren't even having matches. You were helping set up the ring, which I don't even know if that's true, but just stuff like that. Just about how like Adam Page owes his whole career to Cody, and Cody, he brought him into the wrestling business. He brought him into All Elite Wrestling, and he can take him out just as easily. We have a Cody angle idea, maybe? No, we don't. All right. All right. Oh yeah, we're gonna have Kenny Omega cut a quick promo where he's gonna challenge MJF to a one-on-one at the pay-per-view. He's gonna call him a punk. He's gonna be like, you're just a snot-nosed, entitled little brat. You think you're some hot shot, but because people online like some of your promos, but I'm Kenny Omega for a reason, god damn it. Yeah, we're just gonna give him 2 minutes because he's. And we still Kenny Omega is still offering to put over MJF, I believe. Although I think we might have let me see, where. Oh, there's none actually. Oh, maybe that expired. That's very interesting. Well, anyways, I was gonna say that he was offering to put him over, but that doesn't necessarily mean we have to have MJF beat him at the pay-per-view. You know what I'm saying? Alright, so that's 120 minutes. I think this is pretty good. Let's go ahead and organize this and see if we need anything. And yeah, this is the Dynamite. Alright, so we're gonna open with Cody. Go into this triple threat match. Maria. Six-man tag, Walter promo. Let's see. Why don't we swap these? I don't know. Having a 5-on-5 leading into our 6-person main event is kind of weird. So yeah, I guess this could co-main. Here, we'll even give him a couple more minutes. All right. So I think that's gonna do it for this Dynamite. If there's something I forgot to book at this point, whatever. I'm just, I feel like we've set up every match we've needed to set up for the pay-per-view. I think we should be good. Let's double check. Are we I don't know if we ever officially announced Cody versus Adam Page, but we've kind of been alluding to that being the match that's happening, so I think that's fine. I think that's fine. They've been cutting promos on each other this whole time. We set up this match. We set up this. Oh yeah, I don't even know if you can do a three-way tag team like best 2 out of 3 or Iron Man match. We're gonna have to figure that out. Oh yeah, we want to do a strap match here. Maybe we'll announce that on Dark. Also, we didn't have any promo from whatchamacallit here. Latin Mafia, but Andrade is not here. He got stranded at the airport. So we might have to just do like a short, quick promo with like Selena La Renta, actually. There's 2 minutes left in the show here. We're gonna Oh, and also, I don't think this show has a steal the show match. What was that? Oh, she's furious. Okay, yeah. All right, fine. This will be the steal of the show. This storytelling, I guess. All right, we're just gonna give her a quick ominous promo. That she says anyone who defies Latin Mafia will be made to suffer dearly. We got Garza, Humberto, Ortiz, Black Toros, and Demonic. And here we'll just have her, even though she's not like addressing them directly, we're gonna put them in the promo anyways, just for the storyline. And this can just go right before this match. All right, there we go. 125 minutes. Ricky Starks is being slightly overused. Our last show got an 80, but it really should have done better. We kind of got fucked. But all right, we're shooting for at least like an 84 here. I want to go into the pay-per-view with some really big momentum. So yeah, let's see if we can do it. 84. All right, starting the show off hot with a classic. Cody Rhodes solo promo, getting a 92. And once again, I must say that is why he is our world champion. All right, and then we go into this triple threat match. It gets an 80. They steal the show. And yeah, we had Cash Wheeler steal the win after cheating. Okay. All right, right after that match, we have a backstage announcement from Maria and Tony Khan announcing the tag title match for the pay-per-view. I forgot to check if we can do that stipulation or any stipulation on a triple threat tag team match. We're going to have to find out at the pay-per-view, I guess. Exciting. Okay, this storytelling match with Team ROH, Bryan Danielson, Kento, and Chris Hero taking on Swerve Strickland, Ricky Starks, and Moose. Gets a 78. Not bad. Not bad. Swerve got an 80. Wow. Oh, and is there a Don Callis promo in here? Please, for the love of God, can we just turn him already, please? I'm tired of teasing this heel turn. Like, we have been booking him as a heel this entire time. He's babyface off of a technicality. So please, let's just, yeah. All right, thank you. 80. Handle changes. The turn didn't go down particularly well. Fuck you, game. How you gonna tell me someone is 100% heel, but then when you turn them heel, it's like, oh, the crowd didn't like it. I'm like, you're telling me he's heel. Anyways, wow, a surprisingly good Kenny Omega promo. Yeah, we gave him 2 minutes and he got a 72. Wow, maybe that's the key. Maybe we've been giving him too much time on his promos. Maybe the key is to give him less, so he has less to say. All right, 74 here. Odeotai gets a shocking upset victory over Davina Rose and Mia Yim in a solid match. It's a 74. I hope Mia Yim didn't lose too much popularity from this. I'm sure she lost some, but I just really hope she didn't lose too much. Yes, we're not going to do that yet. All right, backstage segment. Mia Yim is frustrated at the loss. Davina Rose is trying to stay positive, and then AJ Mendez and Nikki Storm kind of show up and just kind of poke fun at them, you know, kind of make fun of them. Like, you guys, to think that you guys challenge us for the tag team titles, you guys are barely even a team. A not bad promo from Selena De La Renta. Okay, I mean, for her, this is pretty good, I'll say. I feel like when we brought her in, she was kind of struggling at first, but no red notes. That's good, right? All right, crazy 5-on-5 action. We've got Eddie Kingston, El Hijo del Dr. Wagner Jr., Rey Fenix, Penta El Cerro Melo, and Kento Miyahara, the Dream Team. Picking up a win over the Latin Mafia members, Garza Jr., Ortiz, and Black Taurus, and the Death Riders members, Pac and Shingo. There is a lot of good wrestlers in this match, I must say. I'm kind of surprised it only got an 80. Kento Miyahara got an 88. My goodness. Pac got an 87. They were going crazy in this match. This should have been the main event, honestly. Oh, who's turning? Oh, did we put Bandito at ringside or something? You know what? Sure, let's just turn him face. Oh, right, he distracted Ortiz. Right. Okay, yeah. So that is a face turn. Okay, so Don Callis' heel turn, not so well. Bandito's face turn went well. All right. 1 for 1. We'll take that. All right, John Moxley showing that he's still got a little something in him. This 75 promo. Not, I'm still missing the heydays of John Moxley getting like 80s and 90s in his promos. But a 75 is pretty good. Oh, and the open challenge, John Moxley answered by Darby Allin. They get an 80 together. Wow. Darby Allin did better than John Moxley in this match. What is going on? Kind of insane. Don't know what's going on with John Moxley. All right, promo from the Briscoe brothers and Adam Page for the main event. It's 66. I was hoping this would be better. Adam Page is another guy. I feel like his promos used to consistently be really good, and now they're kind of like mid. I don't know what's going on. I don't know. Hey, all right. The main event gets a 79. Not quite as good as the 5-on-5, but super close. As close as you can get. 1 point off. All right, Adam Page gets the win here. He pins James Storm for Buckshot Lariat. And yeah, he gets some precious momentum heading into his big title match on pay-per-view. Right, and MJF doesn't have the greatest stats, but he got a 74 in this match. So, yeah, maybe the stats don't tell the full story sometimes. Hey, an 86. All right, that's really good. That's really good. We're heading into our pay-per-view super hots, baby. Super hots. Right, I got no clue what I'm going to book on Dark. Exciting. Denise Salcedo and Angelico butting heads backstage. Guys, please, relax. Relax, guys. I feel like there was somebody I said should cut a promo. Oh, FTR. And have FTR cut a promo about the tag title match, I guess. All right, let's try to speed run this episode of Dark. So nothing cute. Just a promo from Cash Wheeler and Dax Harwood. We'll put Melissa Santos there. Oh, we also need to do a promo where I think we should have Bobby Roode be the one to cut the promo where he's gonna say like, Briscoes, you guys want to face us one more time? All right, we won't make you guys go through a negotiation, but how about this? How about we raise the stakes? We go all in. We have ourselves a strap match or whatever match the game will allow us to book. Yeah, I think strap match would be cool. Also, I just thought about this randomly. We don't do anything with Scorpio Sky. We should probably send him to ROH. Straight up. Like, I don't really use him. He's the worst member of SCU. All right, so yeah, the Beer Money determined to show that they're real men. The Briscoe brothers called out their manhood, and Bobby Roode and James Storm, they're not the kind of guys to let that slide. I gotta be a stand. I can't run and hide. But yeah, they're gonna challenge them to a strap match. They're gonna say, put your money where your mouth is, hypothetically. Or metaphorically speaking. All right, so that's 2 promos there, and yeah, we need some matches. We had Latin Mafia lose that match. Let's give them a win here. Let's do Ortiz, Garza, and Black Taurus. Let's see, they can take on. I'm sorry to do this, but they can just beat Best Friends. Best Friends aren't really doing much right now. I don't know if one loss is going to hurt them that bad. All right, and we're going to give the win to. Let's give the win to Black Taurus. Or, I think we're trying to get both Black Taurus and Garza to recognizable. Oh, Garza is recognizable. Okay, cool. Oh, and Black Taurus is too. Okay, cool. Well, we're gonna give the win to Garza then, and let's give the loss to Trent. We put so much work into getting Orange Cassidy over that I couldn't stand to have him take the loss. So yeah, we'll give it to Trent. We're gonna do manager interference. We're gonna have Selena get involved. Cool, cool. Who else? Who else? Let's give Mia Yim a solo match. Mia Yim, she's mad. She's pissed. You know what? Let's get Lady Shani in here. Maybe I know they're gonna lose this match, but maybe, hopefully, just them being on Dark will give them a little something, something. Let's check Mia Yim. How much pop did she lose? Ooh. Oh, I don't like that. She lost a good amount. I don't like that at all. All right, well, they're gonna get the win here. Also, let's do. Colt Cabana is pretty popular, but let's get Colt Cabana and Ilya Dragunov. I saw that ROH teamed them up, and I was like, that's a pretty fun team. You have one guy who's kind of a doofus. He's really jokey and silly, and then you have one guy who's super intense. So kind of an opposites thing. But yeah, we're gonna do Walter and Timothy Thatcher, Colt Cabana, and Ilya Dragunov. And Walter can go over. Well, we're gonna have Walter pin Colt Cabana. Okay. Now we need 6 more minutes. Oh, jeez. Let's give Brian Danielson a promo. Yeah, we're gonna have him get real fired up and cut a promo on how much he loves pro wrestling and he loves competition and he can't wait to get in there and prove Don Callis and Swerve Strickland and Walter. He's gonna prove all of them wrong and show that it's him that deserves to be the Prime Champion and nobody else. All right, we only need 2 more minutes. Hmm. I don't know. We'll give MJF a promo. And we're just gonna have MJF kind of, he's pissed that he lost that match on Dynamite, but he's equally pissed that Kenny Omega is challenging him to a one-on-one match because in his mind, he's like, Kenny Omega, you suck, you lost the championship, we beat you up already, how dare you even call me out? So yeah, Kenny Omega, you're a little bitch. At Full Gear, I'm gonna kick your ass and I'm gonna embarrass you yet again because you suck, and I'm gonna prove to everybody that you've always been overrated this whole time. Whoops. Whoops. God, what am I doing? All right, this is certainly an episode of Dark that I booked. Let's go ahead and run it. All right, Ring Camp versus the team of Colt Cabana and Ilya Dragunov gets an 80. Wow, what a dark match! And once again, Walter gets a 99. Dude, how am I supposed to take the championship off of him when he's getting 90? Like, seriously, how am I supposed to ever take the belt off this guy? All right, solid promo from Bryan Danielson, gets a 73. Beer Money with a decent promo, actually, calling out these guys for a strap match. They're like, you know what, you guys, we're sick of dealing with you bums, but if you guys wanna fight, you guys wanna get physical, you wanna get rough and tough, god damn it, why don't we turn it all the way up to 11? I give everyone the same promo voice. They all kind of have this generic wrestler tone to them. Mia Yim beats Lady Shani in a match against a 67, excuse me. I was about to say 76. All right, not much to say here. The crowd wasn't super into that one. FTR promo gets a 70, okay. Just more of them kind of burying SCU and the Young Bucks and saying that they should be the tag champs. MJF burying Kenny Omega gets a 72. All right, our main event of the Latin Mafia going over the Best Friends gets a 75. All right, and let's see. This was a shockingly good episode of Dark, considering that I booked it in like 3 minutes. I swear, I just slapped this shit together willy nilly, and I got an 81. Wow, I'm impressed. Maybe this is how I should book Dark every week. I shouldn't overthink it. I should just book the first matches that come to mind. All right, we gain popularity. All right, what an episode this has been. We booked some good shows, and we set everything up for next time when we're gonna run Full Gear. And you know what? Yeah, before we go, let's go ahead and take a look at that card. All right. Oh, who's leaving New Japan? Just some guy, okay? Now they're just some guy. All right. Actually, no. Before we look at the card, first things first. Okay, the pay-per-view is on Saturday. Let's advance, just to save some time next time. I teased you guys with the card reveal, even though we've been talking about the card literally all stream. But I'm gonna give you like the official final rundown. And yeah, then we're gonna call this an episode. It's been a good one. Yeah, let us advance first. Also, you guys might have noticed that I think we had the 0 hour for the pay-per-view scheduled. I just got rid of that shit. It was a failed experiment the 2 times we tried to do it. So yeah, we're never gonna do that ever again. Oh my god, jump scare. Oh Jesus Christ, get me out of here. Oh, and thank God I thought about this now. We gotta borrow Kaylee Ray. We need to borrow Kaylee Ray for the pay-per-view. So let's go ahead and do that. This guy's name's Dickie Divers, and his stats aren't that bad. I don't know who the hell this guy is, but these are some decent stats, surprisingly. Oh god, another jump scare. Hey, Naomi has left WWE and she has joined the AEW. Hell yeah. Oh, she could technically debut at the pay-per-view if we want to, but we don't really have a spot for her right now, or I don't have an idea. Maybe by the next stream I'll come up with something and she'll debut. Right, so like I said, let's go ahead and borrow Kaylee Ray so we can book her on the pay-per-view. All right, now it's finally time. Let's go ahead and do the final rundown of the official. Actually, no, wait, hold on. False alarm, false alarm. I'm really curious about this. I keep saying I want to end the stream, but like I'm really curious about this. Can we? Three-way tag team. There we go. Three-way tag team, hardcore, ladder, TLC, Ultimate X. Can we make? Let me see. We can do a three-way best 2 out of 3 falls. Okay. Can we? I mean, I think we could. Is there like a time limit? All right, well, I don't know how we would set up an Iron Man match from this, but I see that the best 2 out of 3 fall option is there. So we should probably do that. It kind of fits the round robin story that we've been trying to tell here with these teams. So yeah, but we're not gonna do that now. We'll set it up when we book the show, I guess. And I wanted to see if we can do a strap match, but I'll check that next time. All right, final recap for real this time. We're gonna work our way up from the bottom. Also, bear in mind, the card order is not finalized. We may move some matches around, but yeah, all right, we've got Kenny Omega taking on MJF in a one-on-one match. It should be good. I was thinking about putting MJF over, but now I'm not so sure. In potentially a strap match, we're gonna see the Briscoe brothers and Beer Money. They're gonna try to have a winner to their best 2 out of 3. They're at 1 win a piece against each other. So yeah, they're gonna settle the score in maybe a strap match, maybe something else. Maybe we do like a tables match or a weapons match or something, depending on what the game allows us to book. We've got a 5-woman tag team match. Hannah and Martina of Tokyo Cyber Squad, Davina Rose, Mia Yim, and Kaylee Ray will be taking on the women's tag champs, AJ Mendez and Nikki Cross, and the Odeyo Tai team of Kagetsu, Riina Yamashita, and Konami. We've got my favorite match on the card, a Torneo Cibernetico 5-on-5. We've got Latin Mafia, who will be Andrade, Garza Jr., Ortiz, Black Taurus, and Humberto Carrillo, I guess. And they're going to be taking on the baby faces. We got the Lucha Brothers, Penta and Phoenix, El Hijo del Dr. Wagner Jr., Eddie Kingston, and Bandito. And yeah, the stipulation here is that if the Technicals win, Latin Mafia must disband. But if Latin Mafia wins, the final person eliminated from the babyface team has to join Latin Mafia. So high stakes in this 5-on-5 Torneo Cibernetico. I can't wait. In our women's title match, or AEW Women's Championship match, we've got Awesome Kong going to defend the title against Sarah Del Rey, renewing a old rivalry from their Ring of Honor days. Really looking forward to that. In our tag team championship match, we're gonna do a 3-way best 2 out of 3 falls match. Very unique here. We've got the Young Bucks defending against FTR and SCU. And got singles action. Jon Moxley taking on Kento Miyahara purely for bragging rights. And you know, Jon Moxley, he wants to test Kento Miyahara. He wants to see how good he is, and he wants to see, you know, if Kento Miyahara can finally beat him or if he's still too weak. And then in our Prime Championship match, we've got Walter defending the title against Bryan Danielson and Swerve Strickland in another 3-way. And then finally in our main event, 1-on-1 world title match, Cody Rhodes is going to defend the belt against Adam Page. So yeah, a super stacked card if you ask me. It should be really good. I'm really, you know, our last couple of pay-per-views have been gotten in the 90s, but you know, we're shooting for that 100 again. We've done it before, and I'm optimistic that with this card we can do it again. All right, so that's going to be coming up next time. If you've watched this, thank you so much for watching, and please subscribe to the channel, Hijo de Amigo. You can catch me on YouTube or Twitch. Subscribe, like the channel, leave a comment. I think I said subscribe twice. Anyways, and yeah, also check out the CMLL series if you're interested. It's also on the not the past episode we just uploaded, but next time we're going to be doing the go home show to the pay-per-view, and yeah, then we're going to book our Leyenda de Plata pay-per-view. Just like Full Gear, it is going to be a very stacked card. I don't think I've actually revealed the full card yet on the series, but I'll let you guys in on some insider knowledge. It's gonna be like 9 matches, which is gonna be the biggest card we've ever booked in that save. So yeah, that's coming up next week. I hope you guys tune in for that. And yeah, thank you guys again so much for watching. And yeah, just once again, take it easy, everybody. See you next time.